It is on. We are recording. Welcome back, my friends, to Tomb of Annihilation. When last we left our heroes deep beneath the crust of the earth into the depths of the death trap circus that is the tomb, a place meant to grind you into mush and spit you out on the other side as nothing more than a memory. You have delved quite deep into this death trap, fighting your way through multiple chambers, multiple challenges, sometimes barely surviving, other times dominating whatever foolish trap was put before you for lesser adventurers. Last time we saw you, the party had fallen a bit of a conundrum. There was a riddle left on the wall of the fourth layer that was something that you had not discovered yet. This toiled at your minds, especially that of Whifflespark's, and you sought answers within other layers of the tomb, going back on places you had been previously, even dipping briefly into the mock tomb, the other side, as it were, investigating further to discover that much of it is the same. Some of it is obviously was retained without your presence or the presence of anyone who came before, but you found that you were not able to bring your experiences with you. Your memories clung, but your experiences and whatever sort of treasure or items did not come with you to the other side itself. You decided instead to just head back to reality, as it were, and delve back down to the fourth floor and go after some things that you just hadn't gone after yet. You messed around with the dais on the second floor, which you found to let you look through the eyes of some of those tomb guardians, and you did find Whifflespark after spending too much time studying it in an attempt to identify its magical nature. One of the tomb guardians burst out and attacked you. You slew that foe, as you have slain many other of those guardians before, to no threat, and then decided instead to go back down to the maze with the opal crown at its center, and investigate further using Fiera's magic. You tinkered around with what would happen if something touched, or someone rather touched, the opal crown itself. And when that happened, indeed, something did activate within the maze chamber. The giant slab stone doors sealed on either side, and a horrible noise, this echoed throughout the chamber. And before Fiera could do much of anything to move the opal crown, she saw a horrific, slimy, flesh-like figure dominating the entire presence of a hall. Only for a blink of a moment she saw this horror. She could not survive its presence and dissipated. That door remained sealed as the party decided to think on exactly what their next steps would be. Taking a rest in the hallway just north of that chamber, Whifflespark decided to rest against a wall. Upon doing so, his hand slipped into the jaw of one of the screaming individuals, the carvings on the wall, and it clicked down, revealing behind it a chamber with waves of heat blasting out of its cramped cell. The walls scribed with relief carvings showing volcanoes setting cities ablaze around you. Rows of tiny holes bored into the floor and to the 10-foot high ceiling as well. A human skeleton was embedded in the opposite wall across from you, holding an iron sconce with a burning red candle lit in it. And that's where we are going to pick up as I move us over to the map. Welcome, Dustin and Kyle. Thank you for joining us. We are right back where we left off, and the initiative is in your corner, y'all. What would y'all like to do?
I don't know if I can see.
Oh,
There it is. I'm just in the wrong spot. Okay.
you must see.
I see.
I do have a quick question.
Yes. What's up?
The I think it's Devlin's journal. It came with a quarterstaff
Yes, Devlin's
that I'm
journal.
using. I don't see its handout in my notes anymore. I was wondering if
Okay.
you had
I
that,
can
or
get that for you, absolutely.
I remember it was cursed. We figured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Let
Like-
me make sure you have that handout, because that would be
I think
good.
it satired you.
So
using
he
it.
is on the second floor. You picked that up off of the corpse in the rotating hall, correct?
Yeah, it's in the upside down
The upside down.
circle.
Yep. Cool. Let me see here. Yes, Devlin's journal handout. So this should only be to you, Kyle. So let me make sure that you have it. Beep. Do you see it now?
yeah, I've got that. I do have access to.
Okay, good. What was it?
He's looking for the staff.
You were
Magic
looking
was the
for
staff
his
itself.
staff. Okay, excellent. So that
Because I do have like the staff of striking shared with me,
that
but
is
not.
that's just it. The staff of striking is his staff.
It was
Oh,
staff of striking, but with the curse.
Ah,
It does not have the cursed
yeah,
information in the.
that is true. And you did identify to learn the curse information, which is not included on this handout. So I can give it to you here, but let me confirm. Okay, beep beep. Okay, yes, I can. I'm going to edit the sheet to include the curse, so that you have. It's the staff of striking sheet that I'm editing.
Perfect. That
Alright.
works just fine.
Okay, the staff of striking. If you like close and reopen, it should have the curse.
Got it.
Perfect. Hopefully that doesn't have any information that you wouldn't already know. I believe you would know all of it, so you're good. Okay, with that information supplied, what are you guys doing? Let me know.
Well, I step into the cell.
Okay, yeah, you step into the chamber. You do immediately feel a temperature change. It is about I imagine it was probably like 60, 55 degrees out in the hall, like cold. You're underneath the earth. I think that makes sense. It doesn't really give a temperature, but in here it's definitely increased to that sort of like feeling like you're on the surface of Chult during a hot day. You know, it's getting up to be almost like 100 degrees. It's hot.
So it's just hot in here, and there's a skeleton and all that stuff.
Yeah. Do you want me to repost the details? It is the last post.
Yeah, it's still
we
up
did.
there.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Does the body look charred, skewered, or not?
It is. It is a. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't look burned. It looks like a skeleton, though it has definitely the bones have sort of gotten very old. You know, they're not like that sort of. They're not like that pale white. They're very dark in their colorization, and they seem like sort of chipped in places, very withered. But it's literally been embedded inside of this wall. Like stonework has been like literally masoned around it to embed this skeleton within the wall.
Oh, okay.
Professor. How tall is this door?
The door, and let me see here. The door, because we did,
It
yeah.
opened up out of that mural.
So
right?
it's a 10-foot high ceiling. The door in the hallway that you're in should just be 8 feet. So the ceiling is 2 feet higher.
Interesting.
Well, it's death to fire. I blow out the candle?
You want to step into the candle and blow it out?
Yeah.
That seems like
All right.
Should
an
you
interesting decision.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me, Whiffle Spark.
Okay.
stand outside?
I will
17.
remember you.
Okay. You failed this save. To those outside, this room immediately shines with a bright red and orange, and in the center, white magma light as the floor and ceiling immediately pour out liquid of a lava-like nature. Just immediately begins to pour out. You are going to take 28 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Um,
I
bad.
will use my reaction.
yes. What is your reaction?
It is. I have to absorb elements.
Okay, absorb elements. Excellent. You
Yep.
gain resistance to, I imagine, fire.
Yeah. I have resistance to fire until my next turn.
Yep. And then also your first hit on a melee attack on your next turn is an extra 1d6 damage of the triggering type.
So fire probably in this case.
Did you still blow out the candle in this situation?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Can-
I need everyone to
Nice.
roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Well, getting into this early.
I'm helping.
Mondays, am I right?
God.
Okay.
I hate when I'm stays.
And it was 28 damage. So.
Yes. So. Okay. This room is just filled with lava. By the way, that continues, ladies and gentlemen. But if this is our initiative order, Wigglespark, perfect. So nobody can see you through the lava, but so no one would have this knowledge. Keep that in mind. Wigglespark, you aren't in this room anymore.
Okay. Well,
Um,
it was filled with lava, so that was a good place not to be.
Wigglespark, you
Oh
can
wait, 28. So I actually took less damage.
you can see in the dark, right, Wigglespark?
I can.
Okay, cool. This is your first turn. You are immediately suffocating. You have, and I'll put a marker down here. You have 2 rounds until you fall unconscious. So I'm going to do Wiffle Spark, Suffocation, and we're gonna do -1, and we're still in initiative.
Am I in water? Is there no air?
I will explain that to you in just one moment.
Okay.
As you will immediately notice your surroundings, of which I'm going to give you some detail. But there are 2 rounds. There is no air, Wiffle Spark. You immediately, as you burn, you cast a spell to resist the fire. You blow out the candle, and immediately you can't breathe. The situation that you are looking at right now, let me give you a detailed description because you can see in the dark, which is good because this room is pitch black. Okay, yep, you immediately begin to choke as you are teleported into a room with no light, no sound, and no air. Sculptural reliefs on the walls of this dark cell show tornadoes uprooting trees and tearing cities apart. And a Kokra skeleton embedded in one wall holds an iron sconce bearing an unlit red candle. You have a turn, which is your normal action, bonus action, movement. Is there anything you would like to do?
I check the sconce for some sort of air.
Yeah, go for it. Make a you can do a perception check if you're just looking around, if that makes sense.
Yeah, let's do that.
13. So with a 13, okay. You immediately lunge up to the pedestal, Wiffle Spark, putting. I gotta change this music. This needs to be tense. Badoop. A little more tense. Okay. You immediately go up to it, and you go up to sconce, and you're looking for air. Just sort of pouring around the sconce itself, you do see, and let me see if this is detailed enough. Yeah, it is an Okokra skeleton, as I had described before, embedded into the wall in a similar manner to what the other skeleton was previously. I will give you because you're looking around, you're looking for any kind of source of air here, you're looking at the skeleton, you're looking at the sconce. Make a history check for me.
Okay. I'm good at those.
Okay. That's the number you needed. Your immediate first thought is, as you can tell, you're not going to survive this very long. You didn't catch a breath. None of that is in your lungs, and you know that you have moments, and you act. Immediately, you know, and this is your turn, is your action to come up with this knowledge, to look at this. So you're just sort of looking up at it. You think that your best chance at everything that you've seen thus far in the room, the illustrations, the skeleton, the sconce, there might be air in those bones. You'd have to get them out of the wall, though. So that's your action. Bonus action, I don't know if anything applies to the situation bonus action wise, unless you have a thing.
Give me a second.
Oh, by the way, was your thing magical, by the way? Your reaction spell?
It was a magic.
It was a magic effect.
Yeah.
I will say you blew out the candle first, so you're good.
Okay.
Any magical effect that you retained a magical effect, right?
Yes.
You don't feel that. That's not there.
Okay.
So is that everything, or did you have something bonus wise you think you could?
I am going to cast magic weapon on my pick.
Okay. You go ahead and expend the slot. Nothing happens. You know,
Okay.
there's a disconnection here.
Okay.
This is your first round of suffocating. You have another. So, War, it's your turn. There's just fire. What's up? What's up, Josh?
Magic doesn't work there? None
It's
of it?
not working.
Not even as magical items.
No.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Can we see through to the other side at all?
It's fire.
Thing I can think to do. I'm gonna quick go into my pack, pull out a water skin. I've got a few of them. I don't know if it even would affect that much, but throwing water in there. Let's see. I have 7 water skins, apparently.
You want to
That
throw?
might be called
Because the only thing I can think of is the solution to all of those.
Death fire. Yeah.
All of them had something kind of related to water, so just throwing water in there is the only thing I can think to do.
Yeah, it would be a free action to grab that, and your action to throw it in if you want to do that.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and subtract a water skin from your inventory.
Like 3 at once.
What'd you say?
Can I do like 3 at once?
You want to just throw 3 at once?
Yeah.
Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can carry that many. We'll see how many you get. If you can grab that many in the moment and just throw them all out, since they're all the same item. If you have them like stacked together, I will say you can get 1. Yeah, you can fumble 1 out. The rest is just this is an immediate moment in time. You don't know what's happening. You're like you reaction. It's immediate react. So go ahead and minus 1 of those. You throw it in, and it is consumed in the flames and the lava. It's literally lava pouring from the ceiling, and from the it's just pouring straight down.
I don't think there's anything I can do about this.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Step out of the way, I guess.
Okay. Brolin, it's your turn.
Okay, and I can't see him at all?
You see fire before you, a room filled with lava pouring down from the ceiling.
Okay. Brolin's gonna... Whipple Spark! Let me see. I have no abilities to... I could conjure a flame elemental. Gust of wind. Healing word, creek. I throw a berry at the fire. I'm joking. Creature. Would it make sense for me to... So I can't see him.
No, it's just lava in front of you.
Brolin is going to cast Locate Creature.
Describe a name of a creature that's familiar to you. Okay, yeah, just looking for him.
Yeah, where exactly in the lava? If you can't see him, he's gonna try to pull him out.
Yeah, you cast Locate Creature. You immediately would realize that your spell is not... It's not penetrating into this area. You are looking for Whiffle Spark. Your magic is not able to find him. It's like he's not there. It's like he's not within 1,000 feet of you. That is your action. Anything on your bonus or movement?
Would I know that? Would that mean he's just dead? Would it it doesn't say alive.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't. So yeah, this doesn't dictate alive or dead. You just know he's not there.
This doesn't make any sense. He's not here.
Bonus action movement, Brolin?
I imagine there's no way in hell I'd notice the candle snuffed out.
Make
with that roaring.
It would be a perception check, but it would be your action.
Yeah, I already cast a spell, so it's like I don't understand. I don't see him. He's not here. That means he's literally disappeared. He's not in the lava.
All right.
He's been transported and whisked away somewhere.
Yes. Victor.
Or perhaps a false floor. Just as a refresher. So there were a bunch of holes in the floor.
Yes.
I'm guessing that's draining the lava that's pouring out of the ceiling.
Yes.
Is it like a veil of lava, or are they just a bunch of individual ropes like cheese coming out of a...
It's like the cheese, but it's so bright, and like the fire coming... Like, I would say there's still a chance for you to look in there, but it's like such a wall of bright light, and it's just... I don't think they're like thin. They're pretty thick. It's like, I would say like forest tree, like it's coming down, so... Still able to see.
It's obscuring the other side.
Obscuring the other
See
side.
the direction the lava is flowing. Is it going down?
It's following gravity, yes.
Okay. I'm going to step into Brolin's space.
Into Brolin's space, okay.
And Victor is going to look up. Only thing I can do. I'm going to look up at the ceiling, and I'm going to try casting Cone of Cold.
Yes, you go to cast Cone of Cold. You feel it sort of... You can see the spell come from your area. Spend the spell slot, but as it reaches the edge of the room, it completely dissipates. You're reminded of the battle with the Beholder.
Well, that wasn't supposed to go down that way.
I don't have anything else prepared I can do with this.
Okay, it's obvious what the problem is. There's a way to get to where Willful Spark is, and we can't use magic to accomplish it. Which means...
Right, but how do you get out once you're in there?
Well, I was looking into the room when he blew out the candle, and then the lava came down and he disappeared.
Yes.
So I think can I see the candle? Is it lit again?
Would you like to make a perception check as your action?
No.
Okay. Then it is obscured.
Okay. Well,
But I can't. Nothing works down there.
the best suggestion I have is that War goes in. He has his echo out here. So if War went in, blew out the candle, was transported to wherever Whifflespark is, can you bring somebody with you when you BAMF? Or
No.
okay.
And if it's blocking magic, it might block that.
It very well could, but if we want to rescue him, no one else is going to be able to do that. Maybe Brolin. But I'm thinking whoever does it needs to be able to survive 1 to 2 turns of that damage.
Well, if he's transported and Brolin's spell couldn't even find him, he's on a different plane entirely.
Or that
Or-
room in
mean-
particular is Ed mentioned that it reminds you of the Beholder. Magic just simply might not be working.
Right, an anti-magic field, but there didn't appear to be another opening in that room. It was just the grating up and below.
What are you doing in the 6 seconds, Alexandria?
Perception on the candle.
Well, are we going to attempt a rescue?
Well, yeah.
And
I
if
hope
we
so.
are, who's going?
Try.
Either me, we re-roll on it, I guess. Decide.
Well, then the best thing I can do is cast haste on War, so he has advantage on dexterity saving throws. And wish you luck.
Okay.
That's my turn.
You cast the spell. War, you immediately feel everything sort of speed up on you. Whifflespark, it's your turn. You've come to this realization. You can't breathe. You have moments to act. What do you do?
I texted. Just because they wouldn't know.
Oh, you want to keep it secret.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, if you want
Or should
to.
or should I keep it out? I can do it out too.
Well, I kind
Uh,
of like it this way.
I trust everybody to act how their character would, with not using information of knowledge of
Alright.
being able to hear on Whifflespark. That everybody would act
Then
appropriately.
I will use my pick to pull one of the bones out of the wall
Okay.
and look for a way to breathe out of it.
Yeah, you take your action to immediately pry it out of the wall. You're able to get one of the bones out. You will need a tool or something to be able to like cut it out. I will. You have your pick with you right now.
Yeah, I was using a war pick.
You're using the war pick. Make a attack roll as you go to pull this thing out to see if you can bust it open.
Regular war pick. There we are.
Can someone give him advantage?
None of us are
We
like
wouldn't know what's going
feasibly
on.
able to help him.
Yeah.
Luckily the seal on it was not too difficult to rip open. You're able to get it open as you pull it off of the wall. You still have a free interaction with an object, and you have a movement and you have a bonus action. What do you want to do?
I'm going to try to get air out of it.
All right, yeah, you immediately, as you sort of broke it open, you put your mouth up to the sort of cavity inside and you breathe in. Unable to do so before, your mouth fills with just a swallow of breathable air, and it's dusty, old, stale. You feel like you're taking in this very just like it's like if you were breathing in a book, basically, like a ground up book. You are no longer...
That's pretty standard for
Yeah.
Whifflespark.
You are no longer where you were, Whifflespark. You are somewhere different. At which point,
Okay.
At which point I'm actually just going to put you on the GM layer. Everything's going to be dark for you right now because you're no longer in this initiative. But the
Okay.
rest of the party is, and I would like to see what they do. And we'll see how long this goes. If everybody just succeeds to inaction, we won't have this initiative up anymore. But if you guys are going to keep doing things, we're leaving this where it is. War, you're next.
So that haste might have fucked me.
Why?
As soon as that spell goes away, I am stunned for a minute.
Oh no! Oh,
Right?
oh no!
Is that what it is?
You're-
Or for an action, or for a round?
I'll give you a free intelligence check, War. Give me an intelligence check.
I mean, I know how the spell works.
Alexandria can give you advantage.
Not a. s-
Could be history too. History works if you have bonuses.
I mean, if you don't want the spell, you can just say you don't want the spell.
With a 19, you know that with the interactions you guys have had thus far has been very similar to that of the anti-magic cone of the beholder. You know that haste will not disappear from you. It will be suppressed. It just means you won't have it. You will not take the effect because Alexandria will still be concentrating on the spell. Now, Alexandria stepping in and having that issue would be something different. That would be the spell ending. Actually, no, I think it's still suppressing, just suppression. So you know it's most likely suppression and not a complete elimination of said spell.
Okay.
Nice.
And Alexandria could remind you that.
So I would be looking for. So as a free thing, I'll get my echo closer.
Okay.
So
You have an action, a
What
bonus
I-
action, some movement.
right. So what I know right now is that Whipple Spark went in there, blew out a candle, disappeared. And our current goal is a rescue mission to try to get him out. Don't know where he went, so I'd have to probably do the same thing.
That's about right.
Mm-hmm.
Or the opposite, depending if the candle's there or not.
There's also the potential that the candle is currently out, which is why the lava is coming.
Right.
So
and
you
we
relight it.
Yep, and I saw Victor's cone of cold end at the door, so I do know there's magic suppression there. So I guess I would pull out a flint and steel.
A flint and steel, perfect. Can you pause for just one moment for me?
Yes.
Okay. I need to make just one small addendum. It's not going to change much, but it is worth saying. What spells were cast into this chamber? Into just this fire chamber. What spells did we put in here?
Cold.
Just Cone of Cold
And
just
the-
with
And Whipper Spark's resistance.
Add my resistance,
Your resistance.
and the cone of cold.
and the Cone of Cold. Okay, the Cone of Cold would have in fact gone off. The amount of lava pouring through, though, would have only briefly stayed this effect. But I will say, for this round, it is dripping less. So your Cone of Cold did go off and sealed a few of them. It's still obscured in the chamber, but I will say that there's going to be less damage this round because of your spell, Victor. That did happen inside the chamber.
Hold your
So
breath.
we wouldn't know about any magic suppression.
You would know at least what Brolin knows of magic suppression because he did attempt to reach out to Whiffle Spark. He just knows he's not in that room or anywhere within 1,000 feet.
Or anywhere behind water
Yeah.
or a wall that is too thick.
Something like that. So I will be doing a little bit of less damage in this room because of Victor's spell. What level slot was that, Victor? Cone of Cold?
It's a 5.
Roll damage on that for me, actually.
Okie dokie.
42. I will say it will absorb 42 points of damage. It is like freezing a good part of the wall, which would change the fact that you could see into this room, because I think that would full stop it. The candle is out. The candle is out.
Okay.
So just hold on to the number 42, and I'm going to do damage to that every round.
That being the case, his first instinct is going to be a run in.
Okay. You still have the haste.
Yep. Is there any non-metagame way for me to know to hold my breath? Kind of what I'm trying to think. I don't think there really is.
That's why
Other
this
than-
would be more fun with secrets, but also I think they get a little messy. I will leave that up to you as a player to discern that.
I don't think there would be, like, other than
There
this being
wouldn't.
a trap, and, like, if I hadn't seen the fire, yes, because I would have thought gas maybe,
Mhm.
but as we've seen the fire, probably.
If you want to leave it up to a roll, you could give War an intelligence roll with like a high DC of 20.
Sure,
Gamble.
he doesn't
if
have a
it-
high
if that
intelligence,
feels
it's
better.
unlikely.
If that feels better, then it
It's
would be. Then
unlikely, and I am.
it would be unlikely. Then I think if you want to let the dice make the decision rather than you can. But if you just think it's not going to happen, then you just don't hold your breath.
I'll do the intelligence thing with disadvantage.
Okay. Let's see.
Channeling my Iron Sworn. 4. No, he doesn't know.
All right.
You almost knew though.
You almost
Oh,
knew.
The other way around, you
Would
would've
have thought about it a little more.
You almost thought about it. All right, so you relight the candle. That's your action. You do have a free
would've-
object interaction if you want.
I would have tried lighting the candle with the axe. Is essentially how that.
Okay, yeah, that is your free interaction basically, and then you can use your main action to do the same thing Whiffle Spark did if that's what you'd like to do.
It relit though
It did relight.
from the axe. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll reach out and then snuff it with his other hand.
Okay. War is gone. You just see as the candle blows out, so does War. War, you are unable to breathe. You immediately are suffocating. You have 2 rounds until you drop to 0.
I, as a turtle, am able to hold my breath for an hour.
Yes, you are, but you are suffocating. You are not holding your breath.
Okay.
Holding your breath and suffocating are 2 things. Suffocating is what happens at the end of holding your breath. You had no chance to suck in and do the hold. You are going right to suffocation.
Okay.
So yeah, there's no air in your
On a
mouth.
positive note, there is probably a bone sticking out that to give you hints.
That's true. But there are a few other things here. Since this is not technically the end of your turn, you will still have a movement and a bonus action. You've used your action in your free interaction. I need to add this on, but there's a few other things of note. Your oh man, your light goes out immediately, and you are plunged into darkness. It is dark. There's no sound.
Oh no.
It is like is complete deprivation of any senses. So this is 2.
My axe went out.
Your axe went out.
Okay.
And this is your first round in this room, not being able to breathe. I'll say you were able to breathe last round. Technically, Whiffle Spark should have had 1 more, but I'll put your suffocation above rather than below. So this will be your first round of not breathing next coming up. Yeah, Whiffle Spark should have had 1 extra. It went down a little too fast for him. So you have a bonus and movement. Is there anything that you think you can do with that, or are you...
I have been sitting on Charms of Dark Vision for a very long time. I don't know if they will work, but I don't also know if it's an action or a bonus action to activate.
Take a look at that, and we'll move on to others, and you let me know when we get back to you if that is something that would have worked for your last turn. Brolin. And this is a point where if you are just staying, so we come to these initiative rounds sometimes where it's like we're waiting for something else. Just say I'm waiting. Just say hold.
Upon seeing War disappear, he goes, no!
This was the plan. He is going to go save Whifflespark, or at least give help to him.
But is the lava
Why are
still
you acting surprised?
I'm not. Everybody's disappearing.
The
All
thing
right.
we wanted to have happen happened.
Is the lava still pouring through the ceiling?
The lava is not. There's ice on the top. I have to make another quick go back on something, and then we're gonna come back to your turn really quick, Brolin. Because I think after Whifflespark's actions, the anti-magic field is not here, which would be very good for you. And I just want to confirm that really quick before we move.
That might mean the axe still runs.
That's what I'm saying. And him being able to see is huge. So let me just quickly confirm.
Whifflespark is the right person to go first.
The first time a bone is removed from a wall, the cell's anti-magic field is dispelled. Your light is on. You can see.
Oh, nice.
Brolin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Does my detect creature ping finally?
For Whifflespark, yes, it does. Whifflespark is 55 feet from you.
What?
I believe.
I feel
let me see
Whifflespark.
it just a sec. You sense the direction to the as long as the creature's within. Oh, you won't actually know how far, so I gave you too much information. The direction is. So for all you know, he's 1,000 feet. Forget what you heard. I'm about to make him 1,000.
I'm making my way back from 1,000 feet away.
He is in. If you can see this, he is in this direction.
I sense Whifflespark. He's in that direction over there.
Yes, since this is a concentration up to 1 hour, you are concentrating on a spell, and so is Alexandria. So I'm just gonna mark you guys.
Check the wall. Make sure it opens or not or something.
Yeah, what would you like to do with your turn, Brolin?
So is it safe to walk in here?
Right now, but you immediately are seeing that. So the ice is starting to. It's gonna be cracking. It's taking damage every round.
Could I hypothetically go in there, do something, and then move out?
Maybe.
All right. What, you want me to go in there and check? I go in and check.
What are you going to check for?
Are there any like movable walls?
Yeah, you want to make like a perception check or an investigation check to look around for any kind of movable wall.
Yeah, I'll do a perception. I'll throw out a yield perception check.
Let's see. 8. There's nothing, like you just see sort of the carvings of the volcano, the city being destroyed around you. The description that I gave before of this chamber, you sort of push around and nothing's giving. It's all solid stone, and you look up and see the cracking, and there's sort of like nerves rattling at the prospect of being hurt.
Nerves rattling.
I'm just saying, you're like I'm giving you an excuse for the natural one of seeing literally, the lava is just above the ceiling, like it's just underneath a thin sheet of ice.
And he's second now.
Stop that! I was trying to find a hidden door or something, Alexandria.
When you turn to step out of the room, the door seals.
Oh.
Yeah, the moment you turn to leave, the door closes.
Now it's a wizard party.
You used your action. You used 5 feet of movement. You have your bonus action, and you have movement remaining. Is there anything you want to do, Brolin? As this door seals you in as you turn to leave.
Yes.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
With
a bonus action and movement. And 1 free object interaction if there's something you want to do with an object. The candle is out. The ice is cracking above your head.
I can't meld into stone because that's impossible.
Yeah, he doesn't like that when you mess with the stonework.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the spells that don't work. Probably don't put those
Yeah.
in your repertoire.
He must be part dwarf.
Oh,
Oh god. Not your elemental away.
You have
I
Dimension Door? Dimension Door is really nice.
Shut up.
God.
Is that where's that lava located? Can I move at least out of the way of the
No,
lava?
it's the whole ceiling. While you're in this room, you will be hurt the minute that ice cracks.
Can I use a free action to try to open the door?
That is a full action, and the only you could do a free. I would say an object interaction. That makes sense. No, an object interaction. There's no way to open this door. It is completely sealed. You don't have to make a check.
Okay.
So that is your object
All right.
interaction.
All right. I just stay here bracing myself for the lava.
Okay.
I'm also now going to go look and see what I can polymorph into.
Nothing. You're not doing anything with your bonus action. I know you have wild shape. I'm just wondering if you're holding on to it.
Can I turn into something in here that's really big?
It is it can hold a large creature.
Oh, if only I was level 10, this wouldn't be a problem.
You could squeeze with a huge creature.
No, I'm not gonna do yet.
Victor, it is your turn. The door is just sealed the minute Brolin turned.
Gods be damned. I'm gonna run up here. I saw Wiffle Spark pull on this. Can I mimic the?
Please
whatever he
subtract
did?
20 from the 42 of the ice as it crackles. So you're down to 22.
Right. I'm going to pull on the jaw that Wiffle Spark accidentally.
Okay.
No.
I'll count that as your free object interaction. It's locked.
Can fuck me. Can I? Is it just mechanically locked? Like I pull on it and it stops?
It doesn't move.
Look for a hidden trigger or something. It looked like he leaned on it. Try leaning on it.
I
Squat down to the size of a gnome and lean on it.
already tried pulling on it. I don't know.
Push anything that looks pushable. Notable body features, eyeballs,
Not helping.
noses,
I'm gonna
mouth.
Step back 5 feet. As she's just whatever.
Push
I'm
on
gonna-
their mouths. Mouths are everywhere in this dungeon.
I'm trying to cast a spell. Shh. I'm gonna dispel magic at the door.
Casting Dispel Magic at the door. You may expend the spell slot. The spell goes off. There are no magical effects on the door.
Great.
Victor,
Well,
the door was never magical, Victor. It's just a trap door, Victor.
I don't see you doing anything. You're just standing
It's not
there
my
making
turn.
noises.
This
my
is your
turn.
6 seconds of fame.
Is
That's
that
my
it?
turn.
All right, Alexandria, it is your turn.
All right, I do nothing.
All right, you hold. You do nothing.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
All right.
I mean, all right.
Do you want to do something?
How many mouths are in that square foot of wall where I imagine Wiffle Spark would have touched it?
Probably about 7. Like, yeah,
I
different figures.
slap as many of them as I can within 6 seconds.
Make an intelligence. You can use, I would say, intelligence perception or wisdom perception, whichever you'd
You
like
get
to do.
advantage because I already eliminated one of them.
You may get advantage, absolutely.
Okay, because I pulled the wrong one.
Okay. Both of these are actually the same. So
A 9. You're immediately starting to pull. All solid. Nothing
was
is. What's up?
was he giving me advantage?
He was actually.
Okay, well then I'll
Yeah,
roll
let
that
me see
again.
the second roll. Okay.
Victor, you're useless.
None of them are pulled. You come to the conclusion that this door is mechanically just sealed. Some terrible machination of the tomb.
I told you pulling on it didn't work.
And that's
so I tried.
mechanically in game, not out of game. Like some sort of mechanics in the door have locked it, sealed it.
No, it's push, not pull, Victor.
Right, it's clearly working very well for you right now.
Well, clearly we just haven't hit the right one.
You hit them all, and it was that none of them moved.
Well, great. It's not their mouths. We'll have to try their eyes next.
All right, yeah.
That seems charismatic, or applicable, right? You know, gouge someone's eyes out. Very
Whatever. I'm sure
sadistic.
you're very charismatic.
Anything else on your turn,
Right
Alexander?
now.
I continue to find creative ways to berate Victor
Okay.
in a very vague way.
War, you are choking. There's no air in this room. There was no breath in your lungs. You immediately start to feel dizzy. You know consciousness is just moments away from slipping from you. What would you like to do? You do see what I've described previously in this chamber. Do you need it reiterated?
No, the axe is actually lit up though.
Yes, the axe is lit up, and there is a you can see the Akoker skeleton. There is a bone lying on the floor of this room. One of its bones seem to have fallen out of the wall. You can, yeah, that's what you see. I think with that, what's your passive perception? 15?
Yes.
There's some damage to the wall, where there isn't a bone.
He's going to I guess move over there while looking at it, but go into his pack, grab out a cask of Tej that's sealed, and unseal it, trying to get a breath out of that.
Okay, yeah, you unseal it to get a breath. I'll give you one more round, but you remain in the room.
Okay.
It is barely
don't
anything
see-
and escapes quickly.
In the stupid puzzle, holy shit.
Don't see Wiffle Spark around.
Yeah, so that's a free object interaction. You are alone in this room. You are left with the illustrations on the wall, the Akoker skeleton, the sconce with the unlit candle, the bone on the floor. You still have an action, a bonus action, and a movement. Your free action was just to... your free action was probably to get the Tej. I'll say you could pop it open and do the thing that you were doing with a free, if you want to do something with your main action.
Okay. Yeah, I guess... Like, is there enough there that I figured that out to, like, smash the thing and hit it?
You want to, like, try and, like, puzzle your way
figure out
through
if
this room and see if War comes up with the right answer? Is that what you're trying to do in the moment?
Yeah, like, I know the answer, obviously.
Yeah. Make a, I would say this is an intelligence history check, and you can make it with advantage.
Whipplespark left clues.
Whifflespark left clues. Yeah, I would say investigation too. It could be. I would say investigation works better here. I would say intelligence investigation.
It's the worst kind of escape room.
Yeah, with advantage.
Doesn't matter. Either of them is gonna be straight roll.
Okay.
Worst kind of escape room, the one that kills you if you fail.
The one that you suffocate in, yes.
15.
15. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're attempting to piece things together, put them through your mind of everything that you could do in the moment. There's a panic of not being able to breathe that's sort of pushing down on you, making it difficult to think quickly. Your thoughts immediately sort of skipping back to that primal need to survive and the panic inside. And it's fighting against you. You don't come to any conclusions right now, but you do gather what information that you have and get the wheels turning. You are unable to come to the bone conclusion what War is right now if we're going just by his rolls. That is his action to spend that time. Is there anything you want to do with his bonus or with movement? I have to ask, even though it seems redundant.
Do I feel that I am more than 30 feet away from my echo?
Can you feel that?
I don't know. I guess I
Always
would
just
have
try
to
and
try
trade
to
places
think.
with it.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Gotta level up that echolocation.
Oh
And-
my god.
And you want to attempt it?
Worst.
Let me double check what action is needed
God.
for it. Because I think I can use a bonus action to teleport, magically swapping places with it. If I have, it costs me 15 feet of my movement as well. If I am more than 30 feet away from it at the end of my turn, it does dissipate. So that's the condition of whether that works or not, based on the mechanics. Just
Yeah.
so that you know.
Uh,
I am going to use my bonus action to try it, though.
okay. War appears next to you, Victor. And your echo is gone, right?
It switches places with me, so yeah.
Cool.
Uh,
Does it need to
Well,
breathe?
it's probably still in that room. It doesn't need to breathe.
Does it
That's
need
true.
to breathe? Oh, yeah. Okay.
It does not.
Okay.
how? I don't even know. Open the door.
Anything
Okay,
else on your turn, War? You got movement.
I'll say I couldn't breathe in there.
In where?
Second room. Movement wise, he's probably just gonna be taken in surroundings.
Okay, yeah, you are able to catch your breath and just feel that sort of clean air once again, and the dizziness, though sort of is spinning around you. You feel that you are able to stabilize. It is a
Brolin.
fresh breath of air. Brolin,
He's
it's your turn. Brolin, what would you like to do? You see the ice beginning to crack. There doesn't seem to be a way out of this room through the door.
It's gonna be pouring through all the
Once
walls,
the ice
correct?
breaks, you are going to be taking damage.
I know, but could I hypothetically say turn into a creature that could just hug onto the wall and not deal with the lava?
No, if you're in the room, you're dealing with the lava. You saw it fill the room. There's no.
I don't
Unless
suppose.
no.
I don't suppose polymorph can turn me into an elemental, can it?
Not until you're level 10.
No, if I was level 10, this would be a joke.
You have an action, a free object interaction, a bonus action
Okay.
and movement.
Actually,
Seeing
Yeah, it's greater polymorph.
seeing how what happened here, I'm going to move back here. Maybe if I'm triggering something.
No, yeah, nothing's triggering with you moving. So that's 5, 10, 15 feet of movement.
All right. I'm gonna try and it's a stone door, correct?
Yes.
Stone door. And then you said there were cracks in this wall right here?
There are no cracks in the wall. There are cracks in the ice of the ceiling.
Oh,
Victor cast an
ice
ice
in the
spell on the ceiling. The ice is cracking. You will soon be taking lava damage every turn. There are no cracks in the wall. The stone around you looks quite impenetrable.
Okay. Well, this definitely became a 180.
Yes.
I summon 8 axe beaks.
Yeah, the spell would rebound after one.
No.
And just as a reminder to Dustin, Roland did see how the last 2 people disappeared.
That is true.
It's up to you what you want to do. You have danger right above you. Death is a possibility.
And what, you just took the bone? I can't remember. I don't
What do you? So I've described to you the room that you are in, Brolin. What do you do in this room? Do you want me to re-describe? I can give you the description again. We can start over with it. Will be no
All
problem.
right, all right. Brolin walks up to the candle,
It
takes
is-
a big breath.
It is unlit.
Oh. Oh, no magic. No magic in this room, right?
There normally was no magic, but
Can I still sense Wiffle Spark?
You can, so you would know there is.
Okay. I take a big breath and produce flame onto the candle.
Yeah, you spend your action to produce flame. The candle lights.
Nothing else.
Nothing happens. I don't think you were paying attention to everybody else going through, my man. It's all good. You're fine. But that's fine. That makes sense. If Brolin was panicked in the moment, then perhaps he didn't catch all of this stuff. So you have a free object interaction. You have movement and bonus. Do you want to do anything else, or do you end your turn there?
I whip it out just as a free action.
Okay. You disappear. And you appear in a new chamber. Brolin, I'll re-describe this one to you so that you have these fresh. Okay. Yeah, you immediately begin to choke, Brolin, as you are teleported into a room with no light, no sound, and no air. Sculptural reliefs on the walls of this dark cell show tornadoes uprooting trees and tearing cities apart. And a Kokra skeleton embedded in one wall holds an iron sconce bearing an unlit red candle. You would notice that War's Echo is in this chamber with you. Your dark vision would allow you light enough to see all the details I've given you so far. There is on top of what I've just described to you, there is a single bone, a rib bone from the Kokra on the ground that is broken open. It seems to have been pried from the wall. You have a high enough perception check, I believe, above a 15 to see that there's some damage recent to the wall. You use your action, object interaction, movement. You still have a bonus if you want to use it. And 15 feet of movement left. If you think there's anything you can do with that. It's pretty limited with a bonus and movement.
I did say I took a big breath as I activated that candle.
You did. Okay, tell me why Brolin did that.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's fine. You take in a breath and hold, not knowing what's going to happen, and you are holding your breath. Brolin, you have 40 rounds to figure this room out before you will be suffocating.
I'll need every single one. I believe it was just the something to do with the wall or the sconce.
You have 40 rounds to figure that out.
Brolin will walk up to what was oh, he probably just swapped.
Yeah, you have a bonus in movement. You're limited to what you can do. Is there anything you want to do with a bonus action or movement, Roland? Just move there 5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do anything else.
Okay. Victor, it is your turn.
Brolin is in there. We tried the mouths already. We tried pulling on the wall. I tried casting a spell at it. I don't know if you could do anything more.
If you're talking to me, I'm out of ideas. There's no way for me to get in there, or to see where they are, or to open the door.
She is using this as a unique opportunity for something I'm not understanding right now. Just get the door open. End of turn.
Okay. Alexandria.
I push all of the eyes.
All right, yeah, you push on all of the eyes. Make a investigation check for me, Alexandria. 15. They're all solid stone. None of them seem to be impressions in the material to open the door.
Right, so it's not the eyeballs. It's not the mouth. It's not the eyes.
I was upstairs. I didn't see.
Well, I'm out of ideas. I'm just gonna have faith that they made it through. Speaking of war, did you see Wiffle Spark?
No, there was a skeleton in the wall, cracked bone on the floor. Another sconce, very small room like this.
Skeleton on the wall. Wasn't there one in there? Did it look
Yep.
the same?
This one was Aarakocra.
Is there a difference in the skeletons, like judging by knowing what an Aarakocra looks like?
Oh yeah,
Would-
yeah. There would be different
They're
skeletons.
totally different?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Different
okay.
bone structure for sure.
Aarakocra.
Well,
Why though?
precious air.
Huh.
Ah,
Well, so you were whisked away to this chamber. We can only assume that you bamped through your echo here, so you didn't succeed at whatever the next challenge was. Yes. So there must be another chamber beyond that where Wifflespark is, unless he was annihilated completely.
Probably 4 with the way this clue works.
And now Brolin is either dying via lava or also running that particular rat race.
was there magic down there? I mean, you returned, so we can assume.
Yes.
I'm sure they're fine. That's my turn.
War, it's your turn.
I'm going to.
Ooh, unless they're not.
You're still hasted, by the way.
Ah,
I imagine War's talking very fast.
that's how I'm able to convey so much information so fast. I'm going to take a deep breath. Use my bonus action to swap places again.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. You take a deep breath and, or you have an hour. I'm not going to put an hour on here worth of ticks, so
Yep.
you have your breath held. That is
Brolin,
your
you
bonus
see,
action.
you see Brolin like touching the walls.
Well, there's light in here now because of the axe.
Yeah, he could
Go-
see before, but he sees brighter now.
Right.
Brolin turns around.
Brolin, you took a breath of air, but you have no idea if there is air in this room or not. So you have yet to breathe. So you're unaware if that is the case.
I'm not gonna bullshit you. I imagine Brolin would try to breathe.
Okay, yeah, you let go, and you immediately you can't breathe. You instead have 3 rounds. Yeah, immediately Brolin sees you and like he lets go of that breath that he took in sort of naturally from to like breathe out on the candle, and what breath he had left from that moment since the second the candle went out just sort of exhales and he can't breathe in. And War, you're all the way back.
He's gonna, I guess, look around and try to piece it together again. And he's gonna like hold to his throat, like don't breathe.
Yeah, if you want to spend your action trying to piece it together again, you can do so with advantage. Can be intelligence investigation or intelligence perception, whatever you think.
Shoot.
Yeah, in the moment you see Brolin, he's suffocating. Now it's not your life and in danger, it's your friend's life, which may be worse for War with his history. And there is that same panic coming back to you as you try to piece things together. You are able to plug certain information, certain things, but you haven't come to a exact conclusion, but you know you're close. Anything else you want to do in your turn, War? That's your action to fully investigate. As you're sort of searching the room, trying to piece things together.
I think for that turn, doesn't know. He'll go step there and
Okay.
like signal that he's gonna switch again.
Yeah, you signal to Brolin. Now you did use your bonus action this round to use your echo. I believe.
Yeah, I'd have to wait until next
You
round.
have to wait
I'm
until
stuck in
next
this
round.
room.
Okay,
Yep.
Brolin. Oh, it went back to 40 because I had it wrong. And let me get the proper thing up here. Turn order settings. Here we go. Brolin stuff. What's that there? Cool. So you had 3. You are technically down to 2. You have 2 rounds. You're suffocating. You see War. He's dropped in here to help you. He's giving you this symbol that he's going to swap again as he's trying to help you figure this situation out. Your life is on the line. What do you want to do, Brolin?
This might be a little metagamey.
We have
if I were
rolls
to
for
cast,
that, yeah.
if the magic can be cast in this room.
War's magic is working.
Can I cast Wind Wall?
Absolutely. What are the parameters of Wind Wall? You are working with a 4x4, 2x2 square, which is a 10-foot by 10
A
foot
wall
chamber.
a wall of strong wind rises to the ground at a point which you choose within range. You can make the wall up to 50 feet long, 15 inches high, and 1 foot thick. That means I can at least change how big it is.
Okay. Excellent. Does it create air?
It does not say.
If it's just pushing wind, I would say, yeah, it's not producing oxygen. I don't think. If that was your intent, I don't think that spell can produce oxygen. It can push the stale, non-breathable, no oxygen air in here. I don't even know if that is real. If there is such thing as no oxygen air, yeah, it's just no oxygen in this room.
All right. What's water breathing? No. Wind wall conjure. Water breathing, feign death. Melt stone. Let me look at some of my spells really quick before I decide. 5E. Just looking at all my options. Seeing War vanish and War startled him. He's a little panicky now.
Okay, yeah, and on top of not being able to breathe, I imagine that would add to the panic.
It makes sense. I wasn't gonna bullshit that.
No, you're fine. Is there anything you were trying to do in this moment? This room that you see has things I've presented to you, or are you just panicking? Which would make sense as well. It's up to you.
Brolin's going to try and Brolin is going to try and oh. Okay. No. Okay, this is stupid. I'm going to conjure elemental, and I'm going to create an air elemental.
Okay, that is also not going to produce oxygen into the room. If that's what you're looking for. It's not bringing oxygen. There's no oxygen in this room. They aren't creating oxygen. It's just pushing around air. I would say, I'll leave it up to the table, but I don't think these spells produce oxygen.
Air?
I mean, if the spell was going to provide a functionality like that, it would say.
An air elemental is a funneling cloud of whirling air with a vague semblance of a face. Can turn itself into a screaming cyclone, creating a whirlwind that batters creatures even as it flings them away.
Does it say oxygen
Not
anywhere?
all air has to produce oxygen.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, and there's no oxygen in this room.
Air doesn't necessarily mean that air is breathable. Like,
all right, fair enough. Okay.
You still have your whole turn before you, Brolin.
I know I do. All right, guys, come on, air elementals. You're killing me. You're literally killing Brolin.
No air in there, man. I don't know what to tell you.
There's air in here. There's no oxygen in here.
Who's to say that thing won't suffocate either?
All right. Brolin's gonna walk up to the sconce.
Okay. You walk up to the sconce.
Brolin's gonna cast produce flame on it.
All right, you cast produce flame. There's no oxygen. It does not light.
Then why was War's
It's magic.
flame tongue?
If the magical
magical
flame from the
Okay.
spell, I don't
Well,
think
that,
that
the produced flame would happen.
But
But
the produce
the candle
flame would
might
happen,
not
but the
light.
candle will not light. This is actually specified
Yeah.
in the rules of this room.
You're killing me.
Doesn't combust.
well, I mean that is the point of the trap, I do suppose.
Yeah, you're in a deadly trap, a very deadly trap right now.
All right.
The
you boys are
candle
gonna have to
cannot be lit without oxygen.
Okay.
Luckily, there are two very intelligent people consulting with War outside the room.
Luckily,
Hey, well,
yes.
Except
you boys are gonna have to wait a minute while I figure out my turn.
Uh,
I have a really cool idea, but
I do too, but it requires War coming back. So
it requires me being in the room to do it.
Brolin, you've spent your action using produce flame. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Oh, I want to be in that room, but I don't want to go through the
I
fucking
don't think you
trial.
can go to the fire room.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Like, the fire room is sealed. You literally can't get to that room.
Well, it'll open eventually.
You have an object interaction. You have a
Yep.
bonus action and a movement.
Yep. Just give me 1 second. And there's no objects in this room other than what you've already described.
The bone on the floor, the things on the walls, War, and the objects you brought with you,
Okay.
and the skeleton in the room.
All right. Give me 1 second, because I'm gonna bullshit this.
Okay.
Even more bullshit.
Just a reminder,
How-
you have spent your action.
I know.
Okay, good.
Foreskin.
how many times can you swap, Jacob?
As long
I'm
as
going
within
to
30 feet.
I'm going to uncork my water skin and breathe in
You can
any air that's in there.
you can do that. You get an extra round of air, just a little breath before it's gone. That is your object interaction. Anything else you'd like to do, Brolin?
Hypothetically speaking, if I were to able to, let's say, summon several gallons of water and congeal it into a single place, dunk my head and cast water breathing.
You can always try.
I mean, technically that would work.
Interesting.
That might work.
Yeah, you would need a shitload of water.
I can create 30 gallons of water. 40 gallons
You
of
can
water.
always try.
I could literally I just need a bucket.
Yeah, I don't know what the math is around 30 gallons in a 10-foot by 10-foot room. How far up it would go? Somebody
Couple
who's-
inches.
Okay, couple inches. Cool. That is your no bonus, no movement, Brolin.
Brolin's gonna maybe move over here.
Okay, Victor, it's your turn. Remember, you can pass if you don't think you're doing anything.
If
So-
can I make an intelligence check, seeing that War can go back and forth, swapping with whatever mechanism happens with his echo, would teleportation magic get in and out of there?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
While he's making that check, could I not offer a very interesting solution? Thanks to War's unique ability, we can survive indefinitely in that room. We just have to be very comfortable with making out.
That's true.
Yeah,
Tell
mermaid it in the room.
you think
turn War into a
This was
bagpipe.
my-
he's gonna be Robin Williams at the
backup.
beginning of Hook.
Yep.
Lots of kissing.
Come here, Brolin.
I knew I'd find some way in Tomb to make y'all kiss, so I finally got it. 24 Arcana, Victor. You do know that a teleportation magic will work. Teleportation magic gets funky if you haven't seen the place, so there is a chance for it sort of like hurting you. But you do think that if War is able to go back and forth, then other magics should be able to work in a similar fashion. War has the benefit of his being object based.
If you had War describe it,
Or if he
you
brought
would have a
back-
better check.
Yeah, that's your action, Victor.
Yeah, Victor doesn't speak to you at all, Alexandria. He's thinking for the 6 seconds.
Well, I'm not talking to him,
Well, good for him.
so
You can continue.
Kyle was talking to
Alright.
Josh.
yeah.
End of turn, Victor.
Yeah, he's concentrating just for a moment, kind of like analyzing this.
Alexandria.
I mean, I'm leaning against the wall at this point and praying I don't unlock another secret chamber
All right, you
while,
pray.
while I wait for people to die.
Okay, hay sticks down. What's up? What do you say?
Oh, I was just saying I'm just gonna wait here for the reasonable amount of time until I realize, oh, they are probably dead, and
Yeah.
then start exploring the tomb.
Okay, all right.
There's literally, I've looked through my
Hey,
kit
kick
so many
back.
times. I can't help here, not with the door closed.
Hey, you can only do so much sometimes, and that's fine. No one can fault you. War, it is your turn.
I'm gonna keep trying to piece it together
Okay, attempting to PCR. Staying in this room?
for now.
Okay, go ahead and make
using my action.
make an investigation check with advantage. War, it has taken some time trying to calm yourself down from the panic. Now that you can breathe, you see that Brolin immediately sucking whatever air he can get out of the water skin. As he's doing that, you see him breathing in. It starts to click together to you. The bone on the floor, the damage to the wall, how Whifflespark is not here, but may have been. You think you know how he got out. You can have the information of what Whifflespark would know. You know that the breathing of the air in the bones, once pried from the wall, will provide air and maybe do something else, since Whifflespark's not here.
Gonna step over here, use his hasted attack
Yeah, that's your second
to
action.
try to grab out the wall.
Yeah, make an attack roll
bone.
for me. You
13.
pry a bone from the wall and are able to, at the same time, be able to crack it open to have somebody be able to suck air out of it in a similar fashion to exactly how the bone on the floor looks.
That's like, if it's cracked already, he's gonna put his thumb over it
Yep.
real quick,
Yep.
and then turn to Brolin, and could I both say something, hand something to him, and use a bonus action during this turn?
If you say something, you let go of your breath.
Yes.
I don't know how much you can say in a room with no oxygen, but sure. If you want to let go of your breath, you can
Okay.
say something.
So he's gonna hand the bone over, saying, "Breathe this. Dine or drowned, and falling sand are the rest of the clues." And then hand it to Brolin and bonus action swap.
Okay. War is gone. He has handed you this bone, giving you instruction, Brolin. You are continuing to run out of air. Back where you were before, he's handed you this bone. What do you do?
I bite it. I don't find I suck it.
You take in that dusty air. It feels as though it is the stalest thing you've ever put into your mouth. The smell of decay filling the back of your throat. And Brolin, you are no longer in this room. And I'm actually going to make you... And you won't see anything. And you can place... I'll place you back, War. And your echo is back in that chamber?
Yep.
Okay, since we did it this way, which is interesting, I'm going to clear initiative. We are out of initiative.
Is War joining us?
I don't know, but I will leave that up to the other group.
Yeah, that was completely asking Jacob
was-
if War was joining us.
I don't know. he'd probably pop back out, let them know I got Brolin through the second room. My echo's
Right,
still
good.
there. I might be able to keep going, but I don't know if I'll be able to pop back out.
If
I-
you cannot... Do you have an item from this area?
In that room?
Sure. In wherever you were where you couldn't breathe, I suppose.
I don't have one, but I could get a bone. The solution to that room was you needed a bone from in the wall to have air in it, that had air in
I
it.
am going to come
Throw
back
it
to
out.
you guys' group, but we are no longer in danger, so there's not an initiative. But now we have sort of two separate parties that I'm going to bounce back and forth from. And since we've had at least one in that other party who has been completely shut out, we're going to start
Yeah.
with that one and see what's going on here. So let's...
Oh, I've been thinking about the rest of the warnings.
Okay. All right. We'll do it this way.
Really quick, War. You
Mhm.
still have access to that room, right? Because you didn't teleport.
Correct. Well,
All
I
right.
could teleport back and teleport. Yeah.
Have you described the room to my character? Like,
Yeah.
do
I
we
believe
know-
the
are we
first
aware of
time
it?
back. It's
Okay.
just like that room turned sideways without the holes, but
Let's
with an Aarakocra or skeleton.
let's take
Okay,
a
back to back to
Let's take a
Whipple.
quick break, and just get. I need to get a drink of water, and then we can start.
Okay.
So I'll be right back. So like
Okay.
5 minutes.
So now that we're taking a break, I really want to know what happens if you use the air in the bones to light the sconce.
That's a good question.
That's true. Okay. All right. Okay, I don't mean to be a jerk to everybody, but you just said air in the sconce, air elemental.
Yeah, like air is a mixture of gases that usually includes oxygen. Like
Hunter.
you can still like have air without oxygen if it's all.
You
been
could have a
consumed.
methane air elemental.
Yeah,
That's true. Okay, I choose to have an oxygen air elemental.
I don't know if you get to choose. They just come from the plane of air. It's like whichever one answers, really.
All right, he has to roll. It's ammonia. It's an ammonia elemental.
He passes out immediately.
He mustard gases himself trying to get out. Yeah.
Not chlorine.
Oh no, the chlorinated plane.
The getting a bucket and putting my head in it and breathing the water is a good idea though.
Yeah,
that was
pretty
actually a good idea.
Yep.
That was
Yep,
pretty good.
I
Yep.
feel like that out of all the ideas
Okay.
would have worked. You know,
Is everybody still here? Do we just want to keep going, or does somebody need the bathroom or
Sure.
something?
still here.
Okay.
Still here.
I just needed water. My throat was the driest. I shut this door all the way. Okay, so we skip over to Whifflespark and to Brolin. I have some stuff for both of you. First off, before anything, you both, well, I'll do it separately to be fair. Whifflespark, you take 19 points of force damage as you are immediately rattled. You feel yourself split and pull like you're kind of being subject to a faulty teleport spell. And for Brolin, you take 18 points of force damage as you get a similar feeling, like a teleport spell that's sort of ricocheting, not quite working right, as you take 18. Go ahead, and you can apply that to your character sheets if you can't see your tokens right now, but I am going to have your tokens appear. Whifflespark, you're going to see this whole situation first, and then only a few moments after, Brolin is going to bump into your space and move you to the side harmlessly, as you both enter a interesting new chamber. So, gentlemen, this tomb, and it is a tomb, is filled with terracotta warriors. They are kneeling in neat ranks around a polished wooden coffin. Beautiful. Between the warriors, 4 aisles scattered with broken pottery lead up to the coffin, whose painted lid shows a leopard with serpents sprouting from its shoulders.
On the tube.
Well, we
So,
found the last one.
Whifflespark probably wouldn't be have still been sitting in that portal when Brolin came in. So I was in here for like 20 seconds. So he would have actually started like trekking traps down towards the coffin.
Sure. Do you want just like one extra roll, or do you? Because I'm trying to avoid this being initiative, or else there's
Oh, no,
a
I'm just
lot.
saying, like,
that
that's
you
I
can do.
wouldn't have been bumped. I would have already been starting my
Then
way.
you were
It
not.
doesn't-
Then you were not bumped. So stepping into that area, yeah, you see that there's all these shards on the ground. Do you just step on casually? What's your?
Oh, I'm not stepping on any shards. I'm making sure I'm stepping on just real ground, and I'm checking for traps as I go along.
Okay.
Because he would have started making his way towards the tomb.
Yeah.
That's a kind of guess.
That makes sense.
Just how Whifflespark
So
is.
yeah, is difficult terrain if you are trying to stay careful.
Okay, that's fine.
Go ahead and make a looking for mechanical traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make and where at exactly?
For now, along the floor,
Along the
because
floor?
there's nothing I can trigger by
Yep.
running into besides the floor.
Make an investigation check, and after that's over, bro, you hear like the portal come back through. It's sort of like a big headache as you enter. 21 investigation. The floor is not mechanically trapped, Whifflespark. The only thing that you can see that produce any kind of hazard is slipping on one of these pieces of pottery.
Okay. Then I carefully start making my way towards the sarcophagus and tell Brolin it took him long enough
Yeah, he
as I continue.
steps in, Brolin. You see this same scene I've described before.
Good, you.
Don't touch anything.
As you speak to each other, immediately all the terracottas in the room move over and face you all at once. There are 40 of them. As one, they pull their swords a few inches from their scabbards, all at once, and pause.
Panic fireball.
The army sleeps in silence was one of the clues.
Hey, cheater.
Whifflespark would know that.
What do you guys
Yeah.
do?
Whifflespark turns at Brolin and puts a finger to his mouth.
Roland realizes, goes, nods, and gives a thumbs up.
And continues to, and then also points at all the terracotta bits on the ground, and goes, and it does like a cut your throat gesture, in an angry manner, miming stepping on one.
All right, Whifflespark, you are moving forward.
Yes, very slowly and carefully.
With Brolin's arrival, the situation has changed. All these heads are looking at you. Their blades only a few inches out of their scabbards, but they're still as stone. But you can't help but feel as though you are being watched. Another noise in this room, of any kind, could spell death for you. I need you to make a dexterity check, and if you are moving on if you're moving on these shards as you are, I would like you to do so at disadvantage.
Okay.
So,
Acrobatics or check basically.
It's stealth. It is a
Okay.
stealth check to remain quiet. It's still
So no-
dexterity based. What's up?
so no verbal spell components in this room, huh?
Seems so. At disadvantage, Whifflespark.
Oh, it's advantage.
Can I? Is he in like grasping distance to me?
Whifflespark? He has stepped a bit forward. I don't think he is at this moment. You would have to step into a space with him as well. Whifflespark, you stay completely quiet walking around here.
I will cast on both of us. Pass without a trace.
As you step out onto the shards, the first thing that you'll want to do, if you're stepping out here before that, I would like you to make a stealth check with disadvantage.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay, you have a normal check.
Okay.
Why did you wear the metal-toed boots?
Because he's a dwarf, he always wears metal-toed boots.
He steps out into the to grab on you, Whiffle Spark, getting ready to cast this spell. And yeah, as you roll stealth, attempting to your best not to make a sound, Brolin, your footstep catches just the edge, the little edge of one of these shards, and it picks up, spins, and falls to the ground. Ting, 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 ting. All the blades come out at once. 40 Terracotta warriors look to all of you with ill intent. We're gonna be rolling initiative.
Ah,
I'm sorry, Alex.
this is like one of those things in a Disney or Pixar movie where they have to be quiet and then they trip and just go tumbling down the stairwell, making all the racket.
Before we start anything, I want to pose a notion, because this is a fight that's going to isolate 3 other players. I want to invite you guys to maybe help me with some of these Terracotta warriors, unless there is a way for somebody in the party to make
War
it in
has a
there,
chance
which
to come in
War
if he
has a
wants
chance to come in. So War could stay in initiative if your intent is to come in here. I know you don't know there's a fight happening, but it seemed to be around your next intent, and that would keep you in the initiative area. And those who have no narrative or mechanical way to be here, I might need your help.
How meta are we getting with this?
I
can plan something right now that will solve this problem.
The problem is you don't know of the danger in the room, so I will leave the meta up to what you think your character would do within what would be a minute of time, which is probably how long a fight will last.
As a player, I can teleport up to 8 people that I can see. But it sucks because it's a percentile die unless I have a piece of some shit from the room.
Yeah, you don't even... The chamber that they're in, no one has been in other than Whiffle Spark and Brolin.
So that would require War going in, sucking a bone, jumping in, having something in hand, coming back, and then somehow be able to get that.
We can go with that if we want to try to get the rest of the party in this situation, or if you guys think that's too far, you can help me with the Terracotta Warriors. It's up to you.
Now, once we get out, I can get us back in there the next day. So as long as I have seen that room, I point at 3 people, we vamp. I can at least see the room or scoop a thing of dirt before we leave.
So that's my question. Do you guys want an initiative order, or do you want to be helping me with Terracotta Warriors?
I really don't want people to die, so I'll give that shit up right now. But
I mean, I'll help with the warriors. Like my character, there's no sense of urgency. I know they're progressing through the trap.
Perfect.
It's like
so
I get the other dungeon master. Yes.
Yeah, it would come down to understand the urgency. War would have to be in there first, and then go shit, and then come back, and then we kind of like split second.
I'll leave it up to individual players.
Where I was ahead of the whole combat thing, and that's what I feel like I should go off of, was like, I don't want to put myself through the rest of that trap if I don't have to, and there's no way for me to help and be able to get back out potentially. Like, I was already taking a risk, and I helped Brolin get
fair,
through.
Actually.
And
I think
Brolin
it's just going to be
Spark were in there.
Me and Brolin.
Okay, if it's just you two, then may I elicit the help of the reigning players to help me out with Terracotta Warrior? All right, cool. With that, then, we are going to go into the Terracotta Warrior actual stat here and make it available to you guys as well. And you will help me wield these. You can look at their stat blocks once you get them. And your goal is to be vicious, to kill the intruders. That is what you must do, is kill the intruders. And I'm only missing War, and I'm sure you guys will be able to do that, or attempt to at least.
Don't worry, guys. I will deftly control these foul machinations.
Yes,
what-
Ed, I too would like that stat block.
New. Who am I missing? Just this. Okay, cool. Okay, so trying to get them with sight is going to be a really big pain. I'm just going to move your guys' tokens out of that room and into this room. Just note that you're not actually there. I just want you to see the chamber. Okay. I'm just going to put you...
If you tossed everyone on top of the sarcophagus, they should be able to see.
That's all I was thinking to do. So I will just toss everyone on top of the sarcophagus. Can everybody see the room?
Yup.
Fucking God.
Okay, so where there's 4 of us, we can each take a corner. Who wants what corner, and then we have to mark our tokens with said corner. You guys should have control of these tokens. You should be able to shift, double click to see your stat block.
I'll take 2 o'clock.
Pick a color and mark your tokens with your color.
Guess I'll take bottom right.
I got purple, I guess.
I'll take bottom left.
Okay, bottom left, bottom right, you're taking that one, I'll take this one. I'm going to go with red. Red is going to be my color. So mark all of your tokens with the color markers so that we don't lose track of whose are whose.
The orange.
Yeah, I'll do blue.
Gosh, you should have picked one of the bottom ones. You're the not DM of this group. You don't want to kill players.
You know?
True. I have a taste for player blood. It's
It's
in me.
I will make a note to those who haven't DM'd a lot and dealt with multiple creatures. Something that you want to keep in mind is if you're dealing with space, these creatures will leave vicinities and trade places with each other to do so, taking reactionary attacks. So if you feel like, oh, I've surrounded somebody with 8 characters, that's as many as I can attack with, not true. Creatures can move out of the way and be replaced with others if you do it all in a decent order.
These are intelligent enough to do that.
These are intelligent enough to do as much damage as they possibly can to the intruders. Mark these purple. I must
Well,
know.
he doesn't need to. All the rest of them are marked.
I can't
It's
click
hard
on
to
That
see.
is technically
You
fair.
can't click on these?
I would love to click on those, but I cannot.
You cannot. That doesn't make any sense. Victor should have control over Terracotta Warriors.
So that they
I also
don't
cannot,
get.
So you didn't accidentally give it to me.
They're not going to take
Um,
negative from moving in front of each other.
It's not. They're not that they'll take an opportunity attack,
attack.
but they will trade places and hurt you as much as they can. They'll take one opportunity attack and then keep switching out to do as much as they can to you. So I'm hitting save. It has Victor on here twice. It should update. Do you have access to those tokens now?
Nope. I cannot click or select. It doesn't work in any other corner either, so I don't know if it's...
Am I doing the wrong name?
You might...
Josh.
It says
you need to
Victor.
the other one,
It says Victor
The
right
other
on
name.
there.
the other name.
Nope, this one's Victor. It's showing as Victor because this is your game name. Maybe restart the thing because you should absolutely have control.
Sure.
Because I'm looking at your name on the list. I want to make sure these are wielded by you.
I just want to remind you, name in my character sheet is different.
It is, but I'm not pulling from your character sheet. I'm picking from you as a player, and your player name is Victor.
Yeah, there are a double in there, so I know. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
If there was a character sheet, yeah, that would be what I pulled. But still no access?
It's loading.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot on this map.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So,
actually- oh yeah, there
what-
we go. I do have control.
You do have control?
Okay.
Go ahead and mark those with purple. Okay. And you guys should be able to pick a Terracotta Warrior to use as initiative. You're just doing one initiative for all of your Terracotta Warriors. And then I'll it's just gonna say Terracotta Warrior, but when you hover over it, it will highlight the one, so we'll know who's going.
Yeah, makes sense.
You could also put Or can you change the name in the initiative order?
I can't. No, it's fine. Yeah, so just do Terracotta Warrior.
Well, what we could do.
I mean, so this works. It's easy enough to hover over and see whose turn it is. Oh, you changed it? Oh, you can change the name on the
Change the
token.
name of the one.
Change the name of the one token. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just the name. Yeah, just the name slot. Okay, cool. All right, that's everybody. Jacob's Warriors, Victor's. Oh my god. All right, so let's change to combat music. You guys get your initiative in, Brolin and Whifflespark.
Who wants to give me their inspiration?
Inspirations can still be given out.
Here.
Okay, I just need a Brolin initiative.
Baby, come on. Wow.
All
right. Fuck you.
Okay.
That's 2 ones in a row. That fucking sucks.
Yeah. Ouch.
So this is why this is going to take a little while, because these guys got to go one at a time to get things right, or else stuff gets muddy. So this might be a fight that lasts till next session too, because we don't have too long. But let's see if we can get a couple rounds out of this and see how we do.
It'll last until hit points run out.
Until hit points run out. Very true. So, okay. So we are going to go with, I mean, both the same. We're going to go with a short sword. So I'm starting with this one up here, Brolin. A short sword attack on you, and actually 2 of them. So first one, 6 is not going to hit you. 5 is not going to hit you. You block both strikes. It moves out of the way. Would you like to attack it?
Yes.
All right,
yes,
you can take
yes,
a reactionary strike.
I will do that now. I just don't ever use my weapon ever.
Yeah, reaction. What you got? Ooh, that hits for sure.
Forgot that Brolin uses a Warhammer.
All right, yeah, you chunk boom, into some of the stone, and it flies to the side. Just confirming all powers. That should be exactly how that happened. Yeah, you smack it to the side. Your reaction is spent. Go ahead. Oh, it didn't hit you, so you're good. So this one's going to pull forward and give you 2 strikes. 16 and a 9. Either of those hit you?
Me? 1 hits.
All right, 6 piercing damage. Make a concentration check since you're concentrating on locate Whifflespark, who's right in front of you.
I just let it go.
Okay, that's fine. You take 6. It will move over here. Okay, it is going to move up here. This one is going to take 2 strikes on you. Oh, by the way, Whifflespark, this one did leave your vicinity. Do you want to use a reaction?
I might as well.
Okay.
Might as well get some of them out.
Yeah.
This one.
All right, that hits for
That's
sure.
the adamantine mace.
Adamantine mace, absolutely.
I just haven't made a thing for it.
8.
8 damage.
You slam into it, more of the stonework falling off. I'll invite others creating Terracotta Warriors to basically DM these creatures and tell me how they fight or whatever. I love that. So continuing the way, I've done 3 so far, so keeping track of that. This one is going to, since you got that reactionary attack, this one was moving up to, once again, strike Brolin. So 2 attacks on Brolin, 22 and an 18.
They both hit.
Alright, so it's a total of 14 points of damage, Brolin.
Oh, okay, this isn't good.
Terracotta Warrior backs up. This one moves forward and is attacking you. A 9 and an 18 for 5.
Okay.
Okay. It's going to go 5 feet, 15 feet, 20, so that'll be 25 feet, and then its last one for 5 right there. Okay. This one is going to roll up here. And I'm basically splitting them between you two, if you guys are wondering, to the best of my ability. They will be attacking you equally if they can, as much as they can. So 2 more to Brolin, a crit, and a 19. That's a total of 16 points of damage.
Yeah, we're not surviving this.
It moves back, and this one moves forward. This will be the last one to strike on you, Brolin, and then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go for Wiffle Spark. 11 and a 12. Neither of those are going to hit. And now Wiffle Spark. This one is going to move forward. It is going to make 2 short sword attacks on you, Wiffle Spark. A crit for 10. Another crit for 14.
Okay, that's unpleasant.
It just swings out.
I was literally just thinking, like, this is probably going to be okay so long as they don't get any crits.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moving back. This one's going to move in. And it is going to short sword attack. So 2 short sword attacks on you. 23 Wiffle Spark for 5.
5 more. Okay.
Okay. I believe I only have 3 left over here, if I'm correct. They're kind of hard to read sometimes, but we'll bring this one up here. For 2. 23 for 6 piercing.
Okay.
This one moves back. This one moves forward. 10, 15, 25. And then I'll have one more after this. 14 and a 20 for 5.
Okay.
So moves back here, back here. I only have one more. 14 and a crit for 7.
And Wiffle Spark's dead.
Unconscious, yes. That is all of my warriors. The second wave of Terracottas.
I'm gonna be dramatic here, just as a temporary.
Yeah. What's up? As you go down, because we didn't really do. Oh, you don't have to put that on you yet. What does this look like, Wiffle Spark? As it's striking down on you, you see these just sort of multiple blades stabbing into you. You're getting Caesared right now.
I think with Wiffle Spark's one, they all are all coming from one side mechanically, but really he's being surrounded and just like he's being stabbed from all sides. He's blocking as many as he can and swinging back, but it's just
too many. There's too much blood flowing. What will this flank of Terracotta Warriors do? Temporary DM Kyle.
All right, Kyle's butt blasters are going to move forward. Quick question.
Yes.
Can they step onto Wiffle Spark?
It is a difficult terrain, so it's considered a extra 5 feet of movement.
Where is the unconscious one? No, that's stunned.
Yeah, you're prone. There you go.
Well, the good news is the clusterfuck is going to make it hard for me to even attack with most of these. So.
You should be able to just spill in and out.
Well, like, I'm going to waste 10, 15 feet just to get to where Wiffle Spark is.
That's fine. You can temporarily land on any of these guys for their allies.
Right.
They're allies, so they're just extra 5 feet of movement.
Okay, so 5, 10, 20. I mean, I can't even get to Brolin.
Okay, yeah, if you don't think...
If it's an additional 5 per ally square?
It's additional 5 per ally square. If you're talking about... Which one are yours? Are yours the blue ones?
Yeah, the blue ones.
Yeah, the blue one... The blue one...
easily sitting on top of me. And
yeah, the blue one can do 5, 10, 15, and then do 25 right here, attack Brolin, and step back if it wanted.
Yeah.
Not all the way, though.
What do you mean?
So it would move and then move all the way back?
It can move... No, not all the way back.
It would end where I've got it placed right
now.
Yeah,
eventually these things are going to pile around you and have it difficult for them to be sharing space. If a Terracotta Warrior can't reach you, it can't attack. But if it can make it through its allies and back successfully without being in their space, they can do so.
Alright, so I will have it do its 2 attacks.
Okay.
How do I do that?
So if you shift double click on the Terracotta Warrior, you should have the Terracotta Warrior stat block. You just click on one of its actions. It should light up red, and when you click it, it'll just spill all that out into chat for you.
Yeah, but I didn't see. I had a dumb moment. Don't worry about it.
All right, 21 and 11.
Yeah, be less dramatic now. And add dismembered instead.
21 obviously hits.
Yep, 6 points of damage.
Great.
And then he will, step back to where he is now.
Yes.
My next guy, 5'10".
I don't think you can get any of the rest of them there, but they probably swarm anyways.
Yeah, whoever you think they would go.
5'10".
They have dash actions.
They can't end on Wiffle Sparks Square?
They can.
They can
He's
totally end on
prone.
my square.
Yeah, he's prone. He
Okay.
can end.
So I'll have one end there.
Okay, did it have to dash to do so?
No.
Then it
5'10",
could attack, yeah.
20, 25, 30. Yep, he's good. Pull this back up.
No hits?
That's 2 misses. And I guess the rest can just dash over, so 5.
Yeah, however you want to place him. Alright.
And the rest of these will be really easy. Actually, they're going to leave spots for people to maneuver.
Okay.
Because that seems like something they would be roughly smart enough to do.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll just kind of clump. Okay.
Understood.
Rattled up blasters are done.
That works. Wiffle Spark, death saving throw.
Hey, save that one.
Absolutely. All right, Jacob, your flank, if you can see something. Remember, you can stand on your... there is a... I'm going to put Wiffle Spark to the back here, because I think he's up front, but there is a Wiffle Spark. Sorry, there is a Wiffle Spark. There is a...
warrior there.
A warrior on top of him.
Is there... Can I stand on, like, the teleporter pad on the north?
Yes. The Terracotta Warriors are unaffected.
I can only get one of them all the way through there using that dash action.
Okay, then do so. As long as it can, get back.
Wait, can you attack in a square that has somebody else in it?
Can you attack in a square? Yes, as long as you don't end in that square.
Okay. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah.
No, it'd be one off from able to do it.
20, 25,
Before
30.
you go on to that, let me just confirm something really quick.
Yeah, I'd be using 30 movement just to get to that square, so I don't think I can actually attack.
Yeah, not no placement on the I just read a thing on the Terracotta Warriors. Do not put them on the teleportation.
Okay.
Okay.
So if that's the case, they're just swarming.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to place them however you think they would strategically place. All right. Yeah, the ones from the back start moving in. It's this right flank we got to worry about because these guys can interchange. All right. It is.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a little rough.
It is yours, Dungeon Master Josh. Just remember that their space right now around their friends is still limited. So, for instance, this one could attack Brolin, and it could move 10, 20, 30. It actually can't get out, so that one would be stuck. But it actually could go...
Why does
It could
Brolin
go...
have 0 hit points?
He doesn't. He has 47, from what I can see.
Oh, okay.
He
Sure,
could
it's
attack...
mine overlapping. Never
Actually,
mind.
technically, this one could attack and could go down. So it does have a way out, but I'll leave that up to you.
Well, they all move on the same turn, right?
They all move on the same turn. So you want to move them and play them individually. Move and attack with them individually. Because if you move them all at once and attack with them all at once, it becomes muddy.
Yeah. Can they swap places?
They can swap places, yes. No. Initiative. No, that doesn't work that way. Unless one readied its turn to move, unless one readies its action to move, a swap can't happen. Because it can't end a turn in an ally's space.
So Josh, you can probably move. Anything that's within 3 of Brolin can probably attack it.
Yeah, so this thing can strike Brolin and move out of here. Like there's an easy space for it to get out right down there. Oh, sorry, I didn't. I had so yeah, attack and then the way out right here.
That's difficult terrain through all that stuff.
It is.
Yeah,
so that would be 20.
Feet,
so that'd be 20, 25. This would be 25 feet.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. First one, 2.
Great.
No
Fantastic.
hits.
Get him out of here.
And now there's space for them to maneuver.
He could move one more, right? Because that's just 25.
If he wanted to, yeah. If that strategically fits, yeah.
Okay. 2 more on that next one. I just moved up. 7.
Um,
Going to move
he's got 25 feet of movement, yeah, so he can just make it there.
the next one up. 2 more short swords. 23 is
So
one.
7's gonna make it through.
Okay.
And then step back.
So it's like any way we can get out of this,
Hey,
because
Josh, you could probably
We gotta play
actually on
through.
that one. Move it down
like,
into space
or
next
some
to
way we can fast forward this in
Uh,
any shape or form.
the other 2.
I mean, this is the fight that we're in. This is how this works. There's no way to fast forward it without doing it wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. 2 short swords.
18 for 8.
Okay.
And then I think they're gonna start filtering this way. Next one moves up like this. 2 short swords. 9 total. And then let's see, that was 5 feet.
No, he's got 10 feet of
He
movement,
can't
so
get out. He's backed everywhere.
so
he's
he'd have to back to the wall. Yep.
Yep, next one. 5, 10, 15 up. 2 short swords again. 1 and 2 with a crit. 10.
You just rolled 3.
He rolled 3.
Shorts.
So there was
Yeah,
there was only a
was
6 and a
exactly-
10.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Back
he
My-
he can go backwards too. Yeah, it's up to you.
He can just go right back to where he was. Bye.
Yep. And then these ones have not moved yet. It's 5, 10.
Yeah, you've got 6 boys over here.
Yep. Short sword. 2, 1, 2. 8, 5 miss.
Yep. Yes.
So that was 10 and 20.
Yep. And this is a passage.
5. We doing 10 corners?
We do it normal. So like 5 feet, so they can make it up and back. All of these can attack and head back to their original
15
position
total here.
almost.
Yep. So 2 here.
You already did that one.
You already did
Yeah,
that one.
20.
You only have these 5 remaining.
Gotcha. Next one up. That was the first attack there.
Yep, 15 feet to get there.
Second one misses.
So only the first attack gets through for 6.
Okay. And then he will 10.
He can return just to his space. He did 15 and then
That's
15
right.
back. Yep.
I can put him. Yep.
So these 4. Yep.
2 more. 7 to 19.
18, so only 4 damage there. And then just these 3.
Next one. 2 more.
7.
21 for 7. Yeah, so he moves back.
These are the
and
rolls
then
that are going to matter.
Last 2, right?
They honestly, guys, it
3
doesn't matter.
left.
I'm
There's
just
3.
Play through. Because I don't know what you're going to do on your turn. It's
Might be a
D&D.
way
You
out.
could do anything.
I mean,
Play through.
If you can get out, get out.
it's not gonna happen.
Continue.
7, 15.
15?
I'm down.
15 is your AC?
Yep, 15's my AC. I'm down.
Alright. Okay. Brolin, I want you to describe to me what this looks like. Whifflespark just went out with all these sort of Caesar attacks from all around him. You have a similar situation happen to you. What is this scene look like? I want to give it over to you to describe this brutal massacre.
Brolin has been guarding the entire time. He's just like a flood of clay soldiers just dogpiling him.
Just on top of him, one after another, striking into him, and before long, your vision, I imagine it blurs. The darkness pours in on
I'd
either
like to
side.
imagine Brolin stepped over Whifflespark to try and protect him in his
Holding
last
over Whifflespark, and we watch as our two of our intrepid heroes who have clung with us for so long step into a terrible situation. A single trap just stepped wrong. Fate cast its die, and as they fought bravely to defend themselves, the wave of destruction before them was too much. One moment.
I added the dismembered token to my character, just so you know.
Okay. As the darkness pours over you, as the blood leaves your body and consciousness slips away, you begin to feel strings of memory pulling at you. An echo of consciousness from what it was before stands before you, and you perceive once again, you see each other standing across from one another. You stand in a dark, ominous tunnel. Behind you is pitch black. Nothing. Before you is a light on the other side of the tunnel, a green hue. You know that you have died. You know that what stands before you is the Soulmonger or Oblivion. You have a choice. You can go back into nothing, or you can trust your friends and go forward in the hope that maybe they will save your souls.
Whifflespark makes a comment talking about how at least there's a good sized queue.
You do see figures in some like shadows of like of people ahead, far in the distance. It's a choice between both of you. It's the Soulmonger or Oblivion. What will you choose?
Well, Whifflespark isn't going to give up, so.
You turn towards the light. Brolin, you see Whifflespark turn. What do you do?
As quick as it happened, he just Brolin somberly steps in line. His head down, defeated.
You step in line. As you do, a voice turns, one that both of you recognize, as you hear someone speak. A soft voice. A woman carrying a lamp. Brolin Fireforge. I wondered when next I would see you. You see Iku. And you recognize this person as well, Whifflespark. And
You don't need help in that maze of yours, do you?
No, but it seemed as though you did. I was glad to help you as much as I could. Puts a hand on both of your shoulders. hope you are ready. The fight does not end here. There's more to do on this side. Behind her, you see another figure. A cloaked elven woman as she lifts her hood. You see Valfing. Behind her, another figure, one neither of you recognize. A feathered individual. As you join the dead. That is where we're going to end our session for tonight. Oh boy. Good game, gentlemen. We fought our hardest. The rolls were not in our favor.
You did crit on me like 4 times.
I know. A natural 1 here and there. The chance of the die. What can we do?
Yeah.
This is a very deadly
It
trap,
happens.
as deadly traps have happened before. I will ask that before our next session, if both of you can have characters prepared. Your characters are dead. I will confirm that for you. The Terracotta Warriors did away with you. I mean, obviously through that. They are not coming back without the Soulmonger. But if you can both have characters prepared, we will come back to the party, the remaining, maybe coming across this situation, I imagine, if they further investigate to find their friends are destroyed, maybe dealing with the Chamber Beyond or leaving it as it were. I do know that the first part of that session is going to be mostly them, unless you guys can think of quirky ways to bring your... Actually, with a room with 3 teleport circles, definitely could be a situation where random characters could appear. So if that's something you guys are interested in, absolutely. But if you want to wait for something more thematic, it may be more of a sitting episode for you, but that is up to you. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for Dungeons & Dragons. I love all of you guys a whole lot.
Ended pretty early tonight.
Yep, I think this is a good place to end it. I don't know what else we would do without needing more time. So I think this is a good place to call it. But we can chill for a little bit, but I'm going to shut off the stream. Thank you for joining us over on YouTube. We will see you for the next one. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everybody.